Okay, let's get into this. Today, we're diving into the truly unbelievable life of Gregory David Roberts. You probably know him as the author of that global bestseller, Shantaram. And we're looking at sources titled Shantaram, From Fugitive to Author Today. Our mission, really, is to understand not just what happened, and believe me, a lot happened, but how he went from this notorious figure to a celebrated writer. What's the takeaway here? So picture this, Melbourne, Australia. He starts out with, promising career. He's got a wife, a daughter. Seems pretty normal.
Right, the standard path.
Exactly. But then things take a turn. A really painful divorce happens, and this leads him down a pretty dark path. Heroin addiction.
And that addiction fueled the next part, didn't it? The crime.
Yeah, to pay for the drugs, he starts robbing places, armed robbery.
Mm-hmm.
But he gets this nickname, the Gentleman Bandit.
Why that name?
Apparently because he was strangely polite during the robberies. Like, he never actually used a weapon, they say. Didn't harm anyone. Always please and thank you.
That's quite the contrast. A polite armed robber.
It really sets up the complexity, doesn't it? Anyway, he's caught. Gets a 19-year sentence. Maximum security, Pentridge Prison.
A serious place.
Very. And then, this is where the story just goes wild. 1980. He escapes.
Escapes from Pentridge. How?
Audacious, right?
Yeah.
The broad daylight. Just climbs over the wall, apparently. It's shocking.
And what's really fascinating, I think, is what happens after the escape. He doesn't just vanish.
No, he flees the country. Ends up in India.
Specifically Mumbai. And this is key. He doesn't just hide out there. No, he gets deeply involved. He actually sets up a free health clinic.
A health clinic. In the slums.
Yeah, for the poor, providing care that, wasn't really there otherwise.
Wow. Okay.
But at the same time, he's tangled up in the Mumbai underworld. We're talking passport forging, smuggling.
So helping people on one hand, crime on the other.
Exactly. A real mix. Danger, survival, service. And you have to imagine profound self-discovery happening amidst all that chaos. Navigating these huge moral gray areas, helping people, but also working within this criminal system. It's almost like a movie script, isn't it?
It really does feel cinematic.
Yeah.
Bandit, then slum doctor.
Yeah.
It's an incredible arc. You can see why the book grabbed people. But, okay, the law catches up eventually, right? He can't stay hidden forever.
No, he couldn't. He was arrested years later in Germany, then extradited, sent back to Australia to finish his sentence.
Back inside.
Yeah.
After all that.
Yes. And this is the pivot. Because it's in prison, the very place he escaped from, that he finds this completely different path.
Through writing.
Through writing. He spent something like 13 years crafting Shantaram, pouring all those experiences, the addiction, the prison time, Mumbai, the underworld, the clinic, onto the page.
So it wasn't just telling a story, it was processing it all, making sense of it.
Absolutely. It was self-analysis, trying to understand the chaos, the redemption, the spiritual lessons he picked up along the way, that raw truth people talk about in the book. It comes from him not shying away from the addiction, the violence, the slums. And the spiritual reflections, those are deeply tied to his time in India, the sort of philosophical insights gained from living at the extremes.
And Shantaram just exploded, didn't it?
Global phenomenon, huge bestseller. Translated into what, over 40 languages?
Incredible. People really connected with that honesty, the emotion, the spiritual side of it. And Roberts today, where is he now?
Well, from everything we know, he lives a much quieter life now. Spiritual, far removed from the crime and addiction.
Has he written more?
He has. There's a sequel, The Mountain Shadow, and some other philosophical books, too. It shows a real lasting transformation.
It's quite the journey. A powerful story, really, that no matter how far down you go, there's potentially a way back up. If you choose to find it and do the work, even in the unlikeliest places like a prison cell.
Which really makes you think, doesn't it? It raises a question, maybe for you listening right now. Where in your own life might there be an unexpected path towards rising again? Maybe hidden in circumstances you wouldn't expect. Something to consider. Inspired by Roberts finding his own path through, confinement and creativity.